Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Today I'm doing a presentation called An Innocent Angel. And before I start, I want all of you guys to close your eyes. Miss Cabernet. Close your eyes and think of a child, a really important child in your life that you adore, that you can't live without, that you would give anything for. Now think of a man abusing and raping that child. He can be as old as possible. He can be 1 year old. He can be 1 month old. Think of a man taking this child's purity and abusing it. Now open your eyes. Are you guys angry? Okay. What am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about infant rapes. Where does it happen? Why does it happen? A few cases. Who's affected by it? What's being done? And I'm going to talk about the Philip and Pat Van Rensburg organization and what we can do to stop it. Where does it happen? Thousands of infants are raped every year in South Africa. Most of these infants are under the age of 11, and they're as young as 1 week old sometimes. These victims, like I said, they're younger than 1 year old, and it happens mostly in Cape Town, South Africa, and most of the rapists are family relatives. The majority of the victims live in poverty. The crime usually takes place in the victim's house, and the babies are raped. After the babies are raped, they are abandoned. Every day I should say, people find babies in trash cans. They find them in roadside of South Africa. The babies are raped, therefore they are infected with HIV already, and so they are abandoned because their families cannot take care of them. Why does it happen? From ancient times, doctors have told African men that HIV can be cured by having sex with a virgin. Since HIV and AIDS is so common in Africa, men want to get rid of it. More than 80% of men have HIV in South Africa, and more than 60% of women do. They decide to have sex with infants because they are purer and they believe that they will cure their disease. Mothers leave their babies with family members that they trust, but these family members abuse the babies themselves. They're weak and they cannot fight against the attacker. People in South Africa did not speak of the infant rapes before because they were scared, and most women don't have the rights that they do now or that we do now, so they don't feel as if they should talk about it. Attackers did not get punished until recent years. Who is affected by it? The children and their future lives. These children are abused as young as 1 year old. The rest of their lives is lived in pain and torture. The families are affected by it because they don't trust anyone else to live with their babies anymore. They can't cure their children from the HIV infection that they get from the rape. The community. Many people are starting to believe that raping a child is now okay. Many young men as young as 15 and 16 years old have raped infants as well. And the rates are starting to grow more and more every year. I have a quote from a mother of a victim, and it says, "I don't know how to take my anger out. I don't know why he did this." And the mother is a mother of a 9-month-old baby who left her really trusted neighbor with her daughter, and she came back to find her covered in blood and tears, and the men just saying, "I'm sorry," and leaving. The men did not get punished for it, unfortunately. After the children are raped, like I said, they're infected with HIVs, and they are abandoned by their attacker or by their parent because obviously they don't have enough money to cure them. Some die, some get help at a hospital, and then are put up for adoption. They end up as orphans. Parents get devastated by hearing that their child was raped, and it affects their future lives. Some fathers may feel as if they need to get revenge against the attacker. What is being done? Nothing. The government of Africa has not done anything so far to stop the child rapings. They are thinking of calling state of emergency on the child rapings, but they haven't done it yet. I don't know what they are waiting for. I guess more children to be raped. After found in garbages or bushes, the babies are taken into a Red Cross hospital in South Africa. There they get tested for HIVs, and after they are tested positive or negative, they are put up for adoption. Philip and Pat Van Brinsberg. They turned their home into a hospital called Little Angels in 1997. They became a nonprofit organization in April 2001. They used to take in raped infants in their house, and they used to test them for HIVs, and they used to take care of them. At first, it was 1, 2, 3, 4 infants at a time, but now that they are a nonprofit organization, they take children who are abused in any type of way, not just rape victims, and they take care of them. They test the rape victims for HIV, and the ones that are negative are put up for adoption. But the ones that turn out to be positive, they stay in the house, and Pat and Philip obviously take care of them. What we can do. On the Little Angels website, there's a donation page, and you can donate money through via direct deposit through the organization's bank. They have a bank in South Africa, and you can go to your bank and donate money to them. You can send checks, cash, or money orders to the organization's address. They have the address in the website. You can use Swift telegraphic transfers, or you can also send clothes and toys to the organization for the children. $1 can make the biggest difference. Cases. I'm going to speak to you about some of the most famous cases that I'm still doing research on. 2 men in Johannesburg, South Africa, raped a 5-month-old baby. She was covered in blood and tears and found on the roadside. A 9-month-old girl was raped by 6 men. She's still alive, unfortunately. I would say unfortunately, she has to live with that for the rest of her life. An 8-month-old baby was raped and left roadside again. A neighbor showed a 9-year-old girl porn and then raped her. Later, he gave her coins and said, "I'm sorry." A 1-month-old baby was raped in Halloween by her uncles. Also, something that I don't have in here is a week-year-old baby raped by a 15-year-old who was taking care of her. This is some of the pictures of the Little Angels organization. The men and the woman are Pat and Philip Bansberg, and I guess they're their children, and the little children are the infants that they have helped. Again, this is another picture of them in their house. They bought a mansion ever since they started the organization. They spent their money on it. They had a lot of law problems. They had a lot of money problems, but they still made it, and they're still paying for their house. This is a doctor visit that they do with children, and this is the bottles that they give to the infants. This is a website that you can go on and find more information. If you guys would like to copy it down, that'd be great. And what we can do to stop this, I am thinking of, I have made a Facebook group already, and I'm pretty sure I invited all of you guys on it, and it says, the name is Little Angels. Yeah, it's Little Angels, and I'm thinking of making probably an organization in school, and I have to do a lot of things before it gets approved, but I need at least 25 people to get together to get as members, and I need to declare a president, a vice president, treasurer, and historian. And then afterwards, I plan on doing charity events to make money to donate to the Little Angels in Africa. If it does not get approved, however, I'm still going to make the organization. I'm still going to do whatever I have to do to help out, even though it's not going to be known as a school organization. People still can help. Or if you don't want to be a part of it, you can still donate money or donate clothes or toys. And that's it.
Some questions for Janilda?
South Africa.
And then I needed more citations.
I did have citations. It just won't show on the slide.